This is Drake Hollow. It's one of several games that have come out this week that have captured my attention, and I probably won't be able to spend as much time on it tonight as I might normally, just because there's so many games I want to get to. But it's actually one of two different games about a young woman going through a portal to a mysterious world where she has to do a lot of crafting. Windbound and Drake Hollow both came out at the same time, and both of them are available on the Xbox One. So I'm probably going to play both of them tonight. So I'm starting with Drake Hollow, and I'll just grab my manual save, because why not? And I've only just begun. I think I'm still probably technically in the tutorial. So what this loading screen is reminding us of is what happened leading up to me landing in this world. Basically, I'm a young woman from the modern world, and a bunch of things went wrong in my life. I think that there's I just went through a breakup, and my job and other parts of my life are just not going great. And then I get this weird magical crow invites me to step through a portal and change my entire life. And so I decided to go for it. And so now I am the steward of a little community of drakes. Now, interestingly, my interesting. I inverted my vertical axis. Okay. I think there's a bug in this game where when you first start the game, if you've inverted your camera, it doesn't realize you've inverted your camera until you go and mess with that setting again. Okay, so these are drakes, these little plant creatures. I don't know why they're called drakes, because I think of drake as being like a word for either like a dragon or a duck, but whatever. Actually, let me move myself down to the bottom right so I'm covering the least important part of the HUD. So these are drakes. If I... Oh, wait, come here, come back. I want to talk to Plepeep. Hello, Plepeep. So when you talk to them, they just are adorable, and they give you a resource called charms. And this is actually a pretty clever part of the game. It's a subtle thing, but it's something that I actually am realizing we might have benefited from doing something like this with State of Decay 2. So these are the characters who sort of sit here, and they're my workers. They maintain my base. They need to feed themselves. But they're also, like, whenever I build something, they're the workers who come and build it. But I benefit from checking in with each one of them, because there's this resource that the only way I can get it is by interacting with them and just seeing how adorable they are. And so rather than just sort of them being like a background thing that I just sort of ignore and don't pay attention to, I actually need to come and talk to each character in my base and, look at their cute little faces and get to know them and stuff like that. And if I don't do that, I literally can't build things. So I like that they do that. And I feel like there's probably, we would probably benefit on State of Decay 2 from giving you more reasons to interact with the characters at your base. So my current mission, I think I'm still being walked through early stuff in the game. All I've done so far is I built this cauldron, which is where the drakes get food. So as I'm scavenging for food out in the world, they come here. I put it in the cauldron, and they come and eat it. I've also made some beds for them to sleep on, which, that kind of determines how many of them I can have happily living in my base. And then this is basically my crafting table. So there's not a lot of things I can make right now because I just don't have any resources. But, healing salve, that actually seems pretty valuable. But I haven't fought anything yet that seems scary enough that I would need it. So you see, I'm missing resources. In fact, it looks like I haven't even discovered the resources that I need to build some of these things. So I'm still very early in the game, but the crow just told me that I should head up here to this lighthouse, I think, to get what I need in order to advance to the next tier in my, exploration. So before I do that, let's see. Have I already... Oh yeah, looks like I've already scavenged that car. Cool. I gotta remember the controls here. I keep trying to use State of Decay controls. I keep trying to hit X to hit things, and left bumper to run. But that's not how this game works. X is for collecting things, and left bumper is for guard. One of the problems with playing a lot of different games each session is the fact that I forget control schemes. So Jedi Psytrix just looked at those drakes and was like, oh my gosh, they are adorbs. Yeah, and I agree. Oh, wait, it says that I should go to this lighthouse, but there's some dangerous stuff in the way. But I think I just got, if I remember right, in my last session, I think I might have just gotten a piece of equipment. Whoop, nope. Okay, I just used a thing called an aether ward, and this stuff is called ether. So I assumed that that was what I needed to do, but maybe that wasn't what I needed to do. Hold on, let's look at my bag. Okay. Oh, is that not an... Oh, I think I just used something that wasn't an ether ward. Okay, I just used some other thing. I don't know what that was for. This is an ether ward. Okay, there we go. I was correct about what I was supposed to do. I just misidentified the icon. So, okay. It is so funny to me how similar Drake Hollow and Windbound are, because both of them seem to involve, early on, having to craft a special thing that lets me get to another island where unique resources are located. Like, that is absolutely the progression path at the beginning of Windbound, and here as well. Wait, what is this? Oh, hello. Oh, you are bad at your job. So that's a bad guy? I don't know what they want. They're just bad. You can tell they're bad because they're red. Alright, anyway. I, of course, you know, I can never pass up a chance to scavenge a resource. Oh no! Oh, there's so many toilets to scavenge from. Scavenging toilets is my favorite thing. My favorite thing to do in Borderlands, too. Just pulling as many things out of toilets as you possibly can. So Jedi Sectric says, so you beat up bad guys with a lacrosse stick? So this is actually the third weapon I've picked up during the game. So yes, it is. So this world seems like it's made out of... get away from me. This world seems like it's made out of, like... It's mostly a natural world, but it's got these little fragments of human things too. I don't. It feels like almost like it's made out of the detritus of our world. Like just random things get pulled over into this world from the real world. At least that's the vibe that I'm getting. Because some of the resources that I collect are just normal natural resources, but some of them are things like juice boxes and upholstery scraps. A note from Sarah Howe. I know not where I am, but I know who I was. My name is Sarah Howe, a midwife's apprentice, a daughter and sister, dutiful to my lord. I lay down my life story here as plain as I can for whoever should find it. I write lest I think my old life was a dream. I swear this account to be true. Okay, so it looks like Sarah Howe must... She writes like she's from some bygone era, so apparently this is an ancient place. Ooh, I just got a bow. It's a sport bow. I've got 6 arrows. Well, I'm not going to use them yet. That seems like a waste. I got a shoelace and blunderbuss shot. I assume that means that at some point I'll find a blunderbuss. Interesting how... I wonder why the exclamation point is down at the bottom of the screen right now, when clearly the thing I'm trying to get to is above me. Oh, it probably just doesn't... It probably doesn't take the z-axis into account. So as long as the thing is technically behind me on a 2D map, it'll appear at the bottom of the screen. Well, that makes sense. Okay, so I picked up a schematic. Schematics in this game, I think, are just a generic resource. I don't think each schematic applies to a specific thing you can build. I think you just need to have a certain number of schematics in order to unlock things. A page in the journal of Noble Mason. Heretics be cursed! To date, 5 souls have come before our court, each accused by use of spectral evidence, questioned and then sent to the Maker. Some call such means of inquiry severe, but I say to thee, if they will not confess in this life, they shall do so in the next. For who am I to begrudge the doomed to their fate? Oh, this is kind of a dark world then. Oh, a weed whacker. Okay, it looks like it has less DPS than my lacrosse stick, so I'm just going to keep my lacrosse stick. Someday when I find that blunderbuss, man, I'm gonna have a lot of ammo. Okay, am I supposed to go even higher? Is there... Okay, I don't see stairs up here. Oh, wait. There we go. What is this? Ooh. Oh, is this like a scouting point or something? It'll like reveal other locations on the map? Hibernating drakes found. Press hamburger to open the map. Okay. Okay, so if I want to level up my village, I need to find more drakes. And so I guess I can find each of them somewhere in these faint blue bubbles. And I think this is where my village is. Alright. Okay, well, let's go see what happens when we get a hibernating drake. Let's head down without, jumping off the cliff. And, oh wait, it's actually, I think I need to go back. Before I do anything else, I should go back and talk to the crow. Oh, wait, defeat the raid? My quests say defeat the raid. Why is there a raid? I don't want to be raided. Alright, well I guess we'll use our ether ward. There we go. So yeah, I think that those used to take multiple hits to kill. I think it's because I found this across stick that that they're a little easier. Alright, well I'm definitely going to want to make more of these if I'm going to be exploring other islands. Okay, here we go. So, yeah, I guess my base is getting attacked. I get the impression that that happens a lot in this game, that building and defending this base is the center of the game. And everything else is about that. Hey, stop attacking my stuff! Was that it? Is there more? Oh, who's this? Oh, I think I didn't dodge fast enough for that. Ooh, got a jade shard and a coat rack. Oh, I guess I could have learned to block. Ooh, so now that I've had my first raid, multiplayer's available. So I think these guys are sleeping because they don't have any food left. Oh, it restored my health. Ooh, so they can restore my health. That's another reason why I want to talk to them. That's cool. So you can give me a gift. A moonstone shard. Okay, great. So, Awesome Twitch Dude asks, is photo mode easy to make for games? I think, so since I'm not a programmer, I'm not really a technical person. Have I picked up anything that goes in there? Yes, I have. Because I'm not a technical person, I can't really explain, what would be difficult or easy about making a photo mode. It's like any other feature, really. I mean, you have to make an interface for it, you have to make UI for it, you have to make, decide like how the camera moves, what are the rules for how the camera moves, and it's not nothing. There's a lot to it. And one thing you have to do is like make sure that the player can't use whatever free camera you give them to just expose every weird, ugly thing about your game. And so you end up having to solve a bunch of different problems because every time you make the camera behave differently, you have to solve a bunch of new problems with that. So I wouldn't say it's easy or hard. It's just one more feature among many other features. You've proven it, no doubt. You've got what it takes. Here's what's going to happen. You're going to rebuild this place. You find a schematic out there? If so, you can use it to get building. Once you build things up a bit, that should catch the Terminer's eye, draw them out. You rebuild, take care of the Terminer, and that should snap the Drakes out of their funk, get their magic back. Once that happens, they send you home. Simple as that. I warned you it might be a one-way trip, but I think you got this. Here's a little gift to get you started. Fire up this apparition charm if you need to scoot back to camp in a rush. Alright. So drakes raise my camp level. The higher the level, the more stuff you can build. Find them in the wilderness, raise their age with crystals. Older drakes contribute more camp XP than younger ones. Okay, so I'm not only recruiting more drakes, I'm also leveling up existing drakes. So, that makes a lot of sense because, I imagine this game would start looking like Pikmin if all of my leveling up was just by acquiring more and more and more of these little guys. They do remind me of Pikmin, don't they? They've got the little head tassels that make me think of Pikmin. I should look at my weapon here. I didn't actually catch whether the coat rack is more powerful than my current weapon. It looks like, nope, still not quite as good as a lacrosse stick. Okay, so what now? What do you want me to do, person? Look at you, building a regular downtown over here. Now it's time you learn something important about this place. You and the drakes, everything good that lives here, it's all symbiotic. The more mature they get, the more of their power will flow to you. Here's what you gotta do. Find some crystals out there in the wilderness. Once you find some, you can use them to grow a drake. Each drake is hungry for a specific type of crystal, so make sure to match them up. Alright, so I need to go out there and find a crystal. And notice, I don't have an exclamation point anymore. So this is a really good way to think about sort of crafting the tutorial for your game. Early on, you're usually pointing the player at exactly where they need to go, but you want to transition as quickly as you can, at least with an open-ended game like this one, where you're trying to build something creatively. You want to transition as soon as you can to telling the player the kind of thing they need to do, and then making sure that they have the tools already to find it on their own. So, because I've already been to the lighthouse, and I've already started uncovering things on my map, I feel pretty confident that I can do this. So, okay, I've dropped a marker. So, to get there, though, to get there and back, I'm going to need to have 4 of those wards, probably. So, I think I can make those here, right? Aether ward times 3. Okay, yeah, so I need glowstone shards and shoelaces, which I've got. I don't know where to get more glowstone shards. Okay, so I've got just barely enough to get by. So let's head out. Okay, so yeah, so here's my goal before I wrap up this session. I want to get to a new island I've never been to before. I want to find a hibernating drake, and I want to see if I can find a crystal to grow a drake. I'll bring it back here. That's my goal for today. So let's get down there and see if we can make that happen. Also, let's see. Okay, 10, 9, 8, no. Okay, I was about to say, let's see if I can use one aether ward to cross both of these ethers, but I think that's not going to happen. Alright, so yeah, I gotta use another one. I wonder what happens if I get stranded. Oh wait, no, I've also got the ability to teleport back home. I forgot about that. Wow, my my weapon's got a lot of reach. So as always, I gotta pick up a bunch of garbage. Okay, so that marker, I think I put about in the middle of the little bubble that was telling me where the hibernating dude was. Oh, this music is nice. Is this like lullaby music? Does that mean that... Is the music going to lead me to the sleeping drake? Okay, good. Glowstone shards. That will help with the ether situation. Is that... Kyanite shard. So I'm assuming that these shards I'm getting, are they crystals? Oh, wait, the music just went away. What does that mean? Was the music just for purple materials? Is that all that meant? I assumed it was something more significant than that. Ah, get me up there. Come here. Come on. Oh, what is this pile here before if I can't get up here? Okay, there we go. Okay, there's a schematic. Glowstone. Juice boxes and duct tape. I'm sure duct tape's going to be important. Duct tape is always important. But where is the hibernating dude? Drake. That's... wow. That church kind of reminds me of the church in Westworld, actually. Partly because it's submerged. And, yeah. Alright. Let's look at the map again real quick. By the way, it weirds me out that... this is true of a couple of different games I've played lately. For some reason, they've got the main menu on the view button. And the map and stuff on the hamburger button. Which is the opposite of what I'm used to. So that's kind of strange. Okay, so I don't see any crystals. Or anything that would tell me that it's a crystal, how to get a crystal. Wait, what's this? Ooh, here's the Drake. Oh, look at you. You're so cute. Okay, so I can obtain a buff from... So each time you talk to a Drake, you can get a buff. You can only have one Drake buff at a time. So the more Drakes you have, the more buffs you have available, and then you pick at any given time which one you want to bring with you. So I don't think I need this particular buff, so I'm not going to grab it. Give Moonstone Crystal. Do I have a Moonstone Crystal? Look, a Moonstone Shard. Okay. 5 more crystals to Adolescent. Okay, so these shards are crystals. Okay, that's good to know. So that other Drake gave me a Moonstone Shard that I'm now giving to this Drake. Aging a Drake up means you'll get more health, their buff will improve, and you'll get closer to leveling your camp, but they will also need more food, water, and entertainment. Is your camp ready for that? I think that... It looks like my food is not that great, actually. But... Oh, wait, hey, you come back. You come back. So yes, let's confirm it because the tutorial told me to. But yeah, it does look like I might be low on food. So... And it looks like until I give him 5 Moonstones, he's not actually going to make a difference anyway. So, okay, cool. So I didn't take on a lot of risk by giving him a single crystal. Oh, interesting. So you can see that I've got... I just barely looked at my objectives for the first time. So, right now it's saying I have to reach camp level 4. So that involves advancing a Drake to Adolescence. It means building several things. And wow, so I don't know if I fulfill those 4 requirements down below, is that just going to be what it takes to get my camp to level 4 and I'll just get to level 4 really easily? Or is this more of a long-term goal where it's saying, yeah, eventually get your camp to level 4 and this is going to be your objective until you do it, and the game is just going to be open-ended until you've done it? I wouldn't be surprised if it's the latter. Because it looks like this game really wants to be an open-ended game. It's really communicating that to me, like the way that the map works and everything. Like, I could go anywhere. What's this? The schematic? In fact, I'm kind of inclined to... Come here. Apparently, I can't mark. If I'm on this icon, I can't drop a marker. I have to drop a marker off it. So there we go. So I think I've actually done a lot of what I can on this island right now. So I think I'll, because I've got enough ether wards, like because I've got that thing that lets me come back. At least I assume I've got the thing that lets me come back home instantly, right? What was that thing called? Apparition Charm. Okay, yes, I think I can probably use the Apparition Charm to get back home. Right now, how do I There it is. Okay, yeah, so I can switch the... Yeah, so I'm going to go a little bit further. See if I can get another Drake and maybe some more crystals. Aether Infestation 5. What does that mean? Aether will spread and cover an island, disrupting supply networks if not cleared. What are supply networks? Fully clear an island to make sure your supply network remains functional. What is a supply network? How do I clear... Do I just hit it? Yes. Yes, I do. Okay, so let's do more practicing. Oh, yikes. Okay. Okay, so this game... So it looks like when it looks like I can't cancel an attack with a block. In fact, I have to completely settle into my idle before she'll go into a block. So I can't just, like, wail on an enemy and then expect to block immediately. So the way that I prefer to set up, you know, blocking and dodging in the game is to have it cancel. Or if you don't have it cancel visibly, like if you make it so that, yeah, if I swing and immediately start blocking, like if I'm, you know, if it still waits until my swing is done. Oh wow, actually she does see. Oh wow, now she is interrupting it. On that time she didn't. Interesting. It seems like there's some twitchiness in how well the block cancels the attacks. But anyway, the point I was making is if the player... Usually what I like to check when I'm determining whether the player successfully blocks an attack is the character in their block animation? Are they in their block behavior when the enemy attack strikes? Usually what I prefer to check is the player holding down the block button? So even if the character isn't yet in their block animation, if the player feels like they're holding the block button when the attack hits, I feel like it's way more satisfying to have the block work and just have the character automatically switch into their block behavior as long as they were already holding the block button when the attack hit them. That just feels more fair and satisfying to me as a player anyway. Now there are... Oh wow, I just got killed. I just got killed. Well, let's spirit walk to my body. Wow. Okay, this is a thing, apparently. Can I just run through Aether this way? We are learning so much about how this game works. Okay, good. We can run through Aether. That's nice. It's been a while since I've run to pick up my body. Like, it's been decades. Oh, Jedi Sectrix is pointing out that there's a raid in 11 and a half minutes. They're warning me how long it's going to be so I can get back in time. That is very cool and convenient. So I can plan out what I'm doing. Alright, well, I almost beat that guy. So I think I shouldn't have too much trouble once I get back. If I can find the ramp. Does the ramp matter? Yes, it does. Ooh. Unfortunately, I can't pick things up in this mode. Okay. Where was that ramp? Is it here? Yes? This effect on the screen is kind of neat. Okay, let's... How do we resurrect? Revive. Oh, I'm just carrying my own body around. Okay, so if I was playing in multiplayer and I got in some big trouble with a friend, I could actually drag the friend out of trouble before reviving them. Or drag my own body before reviving them. That's interesting. Ooh. Again, not as good as the lacrosse stick. Okay. Well, I don't see that wolfy guy around. Maybe I'll encounter him somewhere else? Meantime, let's look for that hibernating drake and any crystals that might be around. Ooh, what's this? Oh, it's glowstone. So I think glowstone is my sort of generic crystal that is not what the drakes need. I think it's what I use to make the aether wards. So maybe there's a drake that also eats it, which would be interesting. Having to decide whether I want something as essential as an aether ward or if I want to level up that drake. Oh, here we go. Here's that little friend. Hey there, little buddy. All right, cool. Oh, so this one takes kyanite. Did I already give it? Yes. Wait. Confirm. Oh, my camp leveled up. I don't feel like I successfully gave this guy the crystal. It looks like I still have them. Hey, you. Come here. How do I give you crystals? Oh, there we go. Okay, so I have to feed them in first. And then I confirm. Okay, I misunderstood how that UI worked. Oh, so Awesome Twitch Dude asks, do you have long-term goals for your YouTube channel? Like 1 million subscribers, etc. I don't really... no, but my ambition for my channel is for it to continue to be sort of an outlet or an opportunity for me to, you know, to play games like this with an audience that I'm talking to. You know, like you all often will notice things about the game that I didn't notice, and sometimes, you know, I will notice things because I feel like, you know, I need to be talking and explaining things as I do them. I end up being more analytical and learning more from the games when I play them with you. And so I get a lot out of this. It really isn't about the number of subscribers and the number of viewers I have. As long as I've got basically a really nice group of high quality viewers, there don't need to be a lot of them. I just need to have a bunch of, you know, clever people who are good at helping me analyze and understand these games. So yeah, so I'm not really trying to be a massive YouTuber because, I mean, for one thing, if I was going to be a massive YouTuber, I would need to edit these videos a lot better. Like most people who watch, you know, Let's Plays and stuff on YouTube, they kind of like it when you edit out the boring bits, and, you know, condense it down to a more, you know, pure excitement type experience. And I am probably never going to spend the time that it takes to actually try to make this a good Let's Play channel. So, you know, if you happen to really like the kinds of games that I share, really like sort of the pacing of what I do here, then cool. You know, this channel is probably good, but it's not going to be for everybody. And so I'm not trying to sort of change what I do in order to make my YouTube channel more successful and more palatable to a broader audience, because it's already doing for me what I want. You know, it's already giving me what I'm looking for. Okay, so we're going to use this apparition charm to come back home. So that's how that works, and it consumes the apparition charm. I was curious about that, whether or not that was the case. All right, let's see here. So let's okay, I don't have enough. I need to be collecting more food to put in that cauldron, but and I also need to be getting more crystals so I can level these guys up. So let's see here. So this is a bed? So there's a thatched bed, but I can get a fancier bed if I want to. I can also get fancier. Yeah, let's build a yoga ball. Let's let these guys play with something. Oh, have they? Did they consume their? Because I had beds here for them before. Did they consume those beds? Interesting. So we'll put this ball down. I didn't realize this stuff was all consumable. Okay, so the Drake comes in here. So I just put down where I want things to be, and then the Drake actually builds it. So notice, so at the top, I've got 10 entertainment. I think this is going to add to the entertainment. Entertainment's a little happy face up there. Did the raid just jump up because I added something? Okay, so entertainment did not go up. That's interesting. So what's the yoga ball for? If it didn't raise my entertainment. Or maybe it just means I get more entertainment over time, but not more current entertainment. I'm not sure how it works. Hey, Ziffit. Let's get a gift. It's a nail gun. Okay. That's great. Okay, so I got a yoga ball. What about a well? Can I build a well? That's not how. This is how. Oh, yeah. So I could get this. Okay, so I've only got the one more schematic. So maybe the beds expired, or maybe they were destroyed in the last raid. Can't be sure about that. Okay, so I can't build any other new stuff, like that fancy bed, or this garden bed. Planter. Okay, so the next thing I should build is a bed, because that's what's in my village list. My objective list over on the left side. So, but I don't have another schematic for it. I can probably get it. I think like the map showed me there was a schematic over here, and there's a schematic over here. So I'll be able to get that eventually. Let's see if the raid timer jumps down again. Yeah, so it jumped down by about like 50 seconds. So each time I make my village fancier, it's also more likely to get raided. That's interesting. I wonder if I can accelerate the raid, make it happen sooner since I happen to be here right now. One thing I definitely want to do is get rid of that marker so it's not cluttering up my screen. Okay, so I think I'll hang out here until the next raid. I'll defend against the raid, and I think that's probably going to be the end of my session. But I feel like you get a sense of what kind of game this is, right? It's a base building game. You're managing these adorable little guys fighting off raids. So you're basically going out on these sorties to collect resources, bring them back, build up your community, and then you want to always be back home in time to defend it physically against the enemies. What's this guy got to say? So these Terminator I've mentioned, bad dudes, let me tell you, came here ages ago, hundreds of years. They weren't the first and obviously haven't been the last, but they for sure are the meanest and stayed the longest. People from your side weren't meant to be here as long as they have. Getting that old, held together by magic, it twists you up. Don't worry though, you've still got plenty of time. We'll get you home long before you start floating around and wrecking the place. Great, that's very comforting. Okay, 42 seconds of the raid. Let's see. So one thing I don't know is if resources respawn. Oh yeah, it looks like they do, because I can see over here. I know I've been here before, and I definitely would have collected these berries last time I came through this area. So, yes, it does look like resources respawn, which is good. I kind of assumed they had to. 15 seconds left. Do I have time to grab one more bunch of resources before the bad guys get there? Because this is here. 3, 2, okay, let's get back. Incoming raid attack! Okay, I'm ready. Where's my raid? Here we go. Hey guys. Oh, yikes. Okay, so this guy's gonna be a problem. Oh, that went well. So notice all the drakes, I think they all dove underground when these guys came to just, make it just not an issue whether or not they're going to get murdered by the enemies. Oh, so they're collecting these resources. Maybe, are they going to offer them to me as gifts now? Okay, I can give jade crystals. Here you go. Oh, you're so cute. You got anything for me? Plebeep. Oh, wait. There's a different one that wanted kyanite too, wasn't there? Was it this one that I've already given some kyanite to? Oh, this one likes moonstone. I could have sworn I gave kyanite to one of these guys. Huh. Is it? It looks like they're repairing the well. Is the well made of a garbage can? Got some oh, this is the one I was giving kyanite to. Okay, they're pretty close to adolescent. I just need to find one more kyanite shard for these guys. So Jedi Cyctrix asks, I wonder if they're color-coded? I think they are, yeah. I think that I was looking for blue ones to give kyanite to. I think Jade goes to the red one. Stuff like that. And yeah, they're getting sleepy because they didn't have any food. So I'll need to definitely keep my eyes open for more food. But yeah, so we survived that raid. Oh, and Plebeep needs a place to sleep. They all need places to sleep, don't they? Well, I will... Okay, so my goals for my next session are I'm going to go get that last schematic so I can make a bed, and then I'm going to make a bunch of beds for all these guys so they can actually have places to sleep. But for right now, we're going to wrap this up so we can move on to some other games before I get too sleepy to continue. So if you want to subscribe, that's great. We've also got, you know, other videos. And this game is cute.